welcome to the wonderful world of showbiz, because we're going to manage a band in Rockstar Ate My Hamster, though I will focus only on the Commodore 64 version, because that's the only one I played.
RetroKork.
Rockstar Ate My Hamster is a business simulation, or maybe a pop band simulation if you prefer. You build a pop band and manage it, trying to increase your original funds of £50,000. Yes, the game's British. Now, the first step is to hire up to 4 musicians, all of who are parodies of people well known in the 80s, and some even today. I mean, I'm sorry, but not everyone knows the former Marillion singer Fish, for example. Then, of course, the game suggests a name for the band, which you can reject and pick another. Write it down. Oh, and the band members need equipment, which you can get in different qualities, namely brand new, used, and fell off a lorry, if you know what I mean. Then you can go and practice, which improves your chances at being successful in the album charts. But since we're unsigned and in the world of the game, that means no records to be pressed. This just improves the quality of the music, which of course improves your chances at fans. And talking about it, the only way you can make money early on being unsigned is touring and having a gig. The manual suggests that you make sure that venue size and ticket price are adequate to your band's skills and fame. Then the game also gives you the option to do publicity, which of course is a way you can stir up the public, though it usually means that your rock stars act like, well, how we expect rock stars to behave. Eat hamsters, throw out microwave ovens and kitchen deliveries, shaking someone's girl while the guitar gently weeps. You get the idea. Now, some of these publicity stunts can cause harm to your band members, so handle it with care, unless, of course, you want to lose, say, your band members. You want to kill them off, which is a way, if you kill all of them off, well, you lose this game. The next option you have as an unsigned band is gifts, which are, well, gifts of good intent and to make sure that your stars don't run away and leave you behind. Now, fees are to be paid every Friday, probably so that your rock band hits the bars and goes downtown. Sometimes a record company will approach you and offer you a contract. You can decline it if you expect a better tone to come around. But of course, there's always the chance that your band doesn't turn out to be as awesome as you hoped it to be, and then no record booth to visit in years. So if you're signed, you can record an album. And if you record an album, you can pick the length of it by choosing the amount of songs that you feel adequate. You can then pick the titles, even though the game suggests some unusual ones. Though to stand out, it might be better to pick your own titles. And then you release either an album or a single, and we all see what will happen. In the case of a single, you get to choose whether or not you want to release a music video, and who and what will be used in making it. And of course, this means that getting a balance is key as well, so that it appeals to the widest audience possible. Aside from the record company calling, other things can happen. like music pirates putting out bootlegs, a charity asking for your support, someone wanting to sponsor you, the taxman calling, someone's going to call you about pretty much anything. Now, the ultimate goal to complete the game is to have 4 golden discs within 1 year for a record. The game is kinda quiet, except for when one of the songs is playing, either by those composed by your band or those put out by other bands. These songs are generated pretty much on the fly, and therefore they're hard for me to capture. Actually, they're impossible for me to capture, which is why the music you're hearing in the background is done similarly but differently at the same time. All in all, this game is a classic, and it's a well-remembered classic. There have been attempts to create similar games in the indie scene. I personally, I remember the pop scene games from Matt Dickey as a close approach, though these use prefabricated musical snippets instead of randomly generated songs to represent the music. Now, the difficulty in this game comes from the fact that you don't know what tomorrow will bring you and your team. Though in games like this I don't mind the uncertainty, I would suggest that if you have even the tiniest bit of interest in this specific kind of genre and game, give Rockstar My Hamster at least a try. After all, it's humorous on top of being a business sim. Now that I managed to get most of my musical puns out of the system, I declare March Saturday Morning Cartoon Month, for this series at least, because next time we'll visit a cartoon series that I remember from my youth, Danger Mouse.